What's going on, everybody? Painblade back here again from Server 1 representing IAC and Tribes Lab. And today, guys, we're going to be focusing on not Pain, not Conan, but we're going to be focusing on the best unit that they've released in a very long time, and that's going to be the new SR Hebi that all of you guys should be farming. Now, we did a preliminary video on this character, and I talked about his kit, his skills, and how good he should be, and now we're going to take those words and put them into action. So we're going to do the same thing, guys. We're going to go look at my 5-star SR Heavy. We're going to go through everything that I've done so far, all of his skills, and then we're going to put him to the test in Arena, and I'm going to show you one specific battle where he shines. And he actually shined in all the battles, but this one specifically showcased all of his skills and what he provides. So let's jump into it, guys. So, I was talking about this character and how good his kit is, and the fact that Sasuke is a D character and brings so much to the table has made this character probably shine more than anybody I've seen in a long time. So as you can see here, I've got him at 5 stars. So let's look at the artwork first. First off, Sasuke for some odd reason has the best art in the game. I don't know why, and this is why my title is Sasuke X Boruto, not Naruto X Boruto. There are now more Sasuke characters than Naruto characters, and every single Sasuke character outside of the adult Sasuke shines over any other character in the game almost, so this artwork's phenomenal. Back to the lightning, how Hebi does Chidori, the sword again, the Sharingan is popping in this one, like hardcore popping, and the beautiful colors in the background with the purples and the pinks, it's just one of the most gorgeous looking art pieces. Not only his 5-star, but his 3-star looks amazing, so kudos to Bandai for putting so much effort into this free-to-play player, and just honestly from top to bottom this guy shines. So let's look at some stats here. Now, being a D character, he does have fairly high critical damage increase rate, to be honest with you. Normally, they range around 9% to about 10%. He's sitting at 16. Now, his crit rate itself is low, but he's a tank, right? He's not meant to actually do a lot of damage. He's meant to actually absorb a lot of damage. Now, what is surprising, though, is his guard rate is kind of low, as his guard damage reduction rate, but that gets supplemented with his skill. So he has a guard rate up with a skill 2. And he has the LB2, which does damage, guard damage rate up. So, nonetheless, even though the stats are a little lower for a D unit, he is going to boost that up quite a bit with his LB2. Now, when you get 6 stars, that's when you can LB2, and all these stats will rise again, right? Like the damage reduction rate, for example, at 12% is very low right now, but it will skyrocket the moment you get into 6 stars. And this is the importance of getting to 6 stars. You need to make sure that his damage reduction rate is boosted up so he can take more damage. Now, I will say in my videos, when you see that in the arena fights, he still absorbs damage very well, especially when paired with someone like Gara, who stacks the guard rate up together. But anyways, we'll get into that shortly. Alright, link bonuses. Fairly easy link bonuses here. You need Naruto and Sakura, so Team 7 to get his attack bonus. You need the defense bonus with Orochimaru and Kabuto. And then lastly, you need the HP bonus with Naruto's 7th Hokage and Kakashi. Now, this one was weird. I don't know why they put these ones together. But hey, you know what? That's probably the hardest link to get. Now, remember, guys, Kakashi you can get for the 1-star version for the link bonus through the Shinobi Exchange. But Naruto Uzumaki 7th Hokage you actually have to pull. So that might be some players' toughest part. And the HP aspect for this character is extremely crucial. You don't need it to use him. He'll still shine. But it's going to make him that much better. So definitely try to pull Naruto when you guys get a chance. Or if any event pops up with him in it. Alright, so let's take a look here. Now, HP-wise, you can see here he's got almost 200k, which is really good for a D unit, especially at 5 stars and an SR. So definitely focus on that. Defense-wise, 9,000. That's actually really high for an SR at 5 star. So defense, his stats are looking phenomenal. And attack, he's actually not bad for a D unit. Now, speed-wise, he's actually pretty fast, so you guys will get away with some good speed with him, especially for a D tank. So definitely use him for speed and boost his speed up. Like, he will help a lot, and because he's brand new, it's going to help your speed group level up faster, right? Because you're starting from 1, and it'll help the rest of your shinobi get faster as well too by doing that. Now, tribe specials, nothing's changed. He still has the same tribes, right? He's got the one with Sarada, and he's got the one with Orochimaru and Kabuto, so he can be interchanged with the UR version of his tribes with this SR version. All right, let's jump into the actual character. Okay, skills. So I've got 74 on all of them, just because I wanted to max out this character as much as I could before the showcase. Now, Chidori, Sharp Spear, the animation is the same as the UR version. The difference here is he doesn't increase his crit and he doesn't do more damage to T units. What he does instead is he provides you the Paralyze, but he instead gives all allies guard rate up by 35.84%. and that lasts for 2 turns. Now, I've talked to you guys before about guard rate and how important it is. Now, if you pair him with someone like Gaara, who already gives a lot of guard rate, they stack. So you can almost guard rate 100% of the time of the battle, which will make every single unit on your team be a lot more tanky, right? Whether they're A units or T units. So this is a phenomenal move, and it lasts for 2 turns. So again, in sync with Gaara. So pairing him with Gaara or Asuma is probably your best, or Sugetsu even, is probably going to be your best bet for tanks. All right, so let's go. You discussed me. Boost all allies guard damage reduction rate by 23.65% for the rest of the battle. Now that is huge, and that's what I was talking about earlier. Like, even though his guard damage rate is low on a stat sheet, when he does this, it boosts it by almost 24%, and that's for the rest of the battle. So even if he dies, that sticks, right? Now that also stacks with Gaara's damage reduction rate on a special, which is like, I think, 60% or something. So you're almost hitting at like 80% damage reduction rate, which means you're pretty much blocking all incoming damage the entire battle with this. Or whenever Gaara gets a chance to do a special, that one turn, you're going to be doing almost like 80 to 90% guard damage rate, which is insane. Of course, attack and HP boost is small because he's an SR. That kind of hinders him a little bit stat-wise. Now, Calm Observant Eyes is the real special one here. Now, this not only does it damage reduction rate for allies by 26%, right? So that includes him. So you saw his damage rate was only like 13%. Well, add this to it, he's kicking around 40% damage rate. It's not bad. But what's really special here is he boosts all active ally status effect rate. Now, status effect rate is a brand new mechanic in this game. Essentially what a status effect is, guys, it's not a buff, it's not a debuff. So I want you guys to get that out of your heads. It's not like defense down, damage reduction rate down. Those are called debuffs. A status effect is a poison, a stun, a paralyze, a shadow stitch, and a burn. Those are the ones that come to my head right now, at least. So those are the ones that are going to be increased in terms of their percentage and damage, okay? So status effect rate, sorry, not damage, just their percentage. So status effect rate means the ability to perform a stun or etc. by X% more. So for example, he has a 35% chance to stun with his S1. This gives him an extra 6.46%, raising it to 61 to 62% chance to stun. Oh, sorry, not 60, 42. Jeez, my math is off. By 42% chance to stun. So that extra 6% is added on top of that original percentage. So 35% plus 6%, right? So you're getting almost a 42% chance. Now that applies to Kakashi, that applies to Sasuke Kirin, anyone who does an AoE, Deidara. You're looking at also people like Mama Sakura, etc. So anyone who has the ability to do a stun, it'll increase their chance to perform that stun. That also applies to people who do 50% burn, like Hakazu or Sarada, right? I think Heavy Wound also might actually be considered a status effect, but I think that one is always 100%, so that one should be okay. But either way, this is the key element that he brings that no one else has. This is what makes him go at that SS tier level. He's going to increase the chance of doing stuns. Now, why is that a big deal? Well, obviously the fact that you can stun more often, but also because people like Hidan now are in the game who have the status effect suppression, which means they reduce the chance to do status effects. So this is the counter to it. Now, there will also be a status effect down move eventually, and that'll be the direct counter to this one. But right now, there are semi-counters to it, but this is what makes him so great. Okay? Now, of course, the 5-star, you get the damage increase, and then damage decrease hasn't been unlocked yet because I'm still not at 6. Let's look at his limit break. The usual limit break here, he gets the stats plus the crit, the speed, and the extra stats, but what we want is this one here. Now, the reason why this one's so important is when you get him to 6 stars, you want to get this done as soon as possible, because this trait also now will boost all allies guard rate at the start of the turn. So anyone who's active in that rotation with him will get a boost of guard rate as well. So that, again, makes him even tankier and better. So this is what makes him so freaking meta. He brings so much to the table. So definitely one of the best kits in the game now. Gear-wise, I've got them all to 65. Scrolls and Talisman, I accidentally boosted this talisman to 2. I actually been saving my orbs. And then we have, of course, this one at 1. I got them at 46 and 46. I wanted to boost them max. But when you do, he'll probably be kicking around 42, 43k. And the Vitalities, I wanted to get all of them up. This one is so important, but I didn't have a chance to, just due to trying to get Pain up as well for a showcase. But yeah, you want to max out every single one of these for him, 100%. Yeah, so that's essentially his kit. Now, let's actually watch him go into action here, guys. If I go to events, now I'm going to show you a specific battle. I want all of them. Now I just want you guys to know this. My team that I use for arena is actually not my power team. So the team you see here at 525, 414 it's just my power team. It's just a show off team, right? My actual arena team is this. So let's go into team. It's my team 2. There you go. So 49k. It's about 30k difference in power. But as you can see here, I've got mostly all stuns in this one. So now adding Sasuke into the team has now boosted the stunning even more, which makes his team even deadlier. So now I've got a probably better team than I did before. I think he replaced Naruto Kage or You Are Naruto, one of the two. And you're like, well, why'd you replace people with so much power? Well, because a stun is worth more than power in arena, right? And that's always going to be key. So let's take a look here. I'm going to show you guys one fight. I think it was the one right here. And we're going to just look at all the skills performed specifically by SR Sasuke Hebi and what he brings to the table. Now, I am quicker than Famon. Shout out to Famon here. But what I want to do really is show you guys the amount of damage that Sasuke Hebi can take and the skills that he pops out. Alright, so first thing you notice there is he gave everybody status effect up. Which means everyone's now going to be able to do a 5% chance more on all of their stuns, etc. Now that only lasts that round, right? And you can see here, look how much damage he absorbs. It's pretty freaking crazy. Being an SR, and those guys were all way more powerful than him, he took all those damages and lived. That would have normally killed an A unit or a T unit right there. So yeah, so that status effect only applies to the active allies, and it only lasts that one round. So he's got to go back into rotation for that to apply. Alright, so let's take a quick look here. I'm going to speed through this one, guys. These are characters you guys have seen 100 times over again anyway, so. Okay, so next round we're going to take a quick look here. So now you're going to see, excuse me, status effect up, right? And then now you're going to see them pull off their specials. Now Karen has a 20% chance to stun, or 21% chance to stun, versus 15. There you go, he stunned somebody there. Now Dry, there's no special to Dry, he just does Tribe Up, right? So. And then Sasuke has a chance to stun. Now he has a 41% chance to stun. And as you saw there, the damage wasn't bad for a D unit. He did about 161k. Alright, so let's go through this a little quicker on this one. Nope, let's go 5. Let's do 5, not 1. Hopefully the rest of them will speed up here. Yep, perfect. There you go. 1 down. Okay, let's speed through this. Now, as you guys can see, the guard rate up by Gaara is huge. By doing the Chidori Sharp Spear with my D unit, I also gave everybody else guard rate up now. So I should be kicking around like 70% guard rate right now. So here we go. Status effect up again. Damage reduction rate up again. And this time I believe he does a skill, so you guys can see that as well too. And now watch my characters after he does a skill. You're going to see the guard rate up. And again, guys, that lasts the rest of the battle, right? So that you only need that skill to pop off once. And that's why it's so important to max it out. There you go, status effect up. He stuns somebody again. And there you go, guard damage rate up, right? So guard damage rate up again is crucial, because if you have guard rate up, the amount of blocks is based on the guard damage rate up. So that should conclude that. So there you go, guys. Sasuke Hebi, probably the best character out in a very long time. I highly recommend everybody minimum 6 stars. Use your SR frags, use whatever you need to do. Get that marketplace gone, use your staminas, spend some Shino coins, but max out this guy. He's going to take you so far for a very long time. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. This is Payne, and we'll talk soon.